by Martin Truex, driver of the number 78 Furniture Row Visser Precision Chevrolet. Martin, obviously coming to your home track, and a return to the site of your first NASCAR Sprint Cup Series win is always special, I imagine. But talk a little bit about coming back to the area this week and your expectations for the weekend.
Well, it's great to be here. It always is. I really enjoy coming up this area, and obviously really enjoy running this racetrack. So looking forward to having a great weekend with our Furniture Row Chevy, and it's been a good few weeks for us. It's been a good season for us, and hopefully we can continue that here this weekend.
All right, with that, we'll go ahead and open it up to questions. If you would, raise your hand, and we'll see if we can get a mic your way. Claire, let's go ahead and start off with you. There's a mic right there.
Claire B. Lang, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. I really noticed on the grid last week after the race, the steely-eyed determination you had when you said, coming to this track at Dover, and we're going to be fast. It wasn't like we think or we'll get there. Can you talk about how, I guess, firmly you believe that this is a track that you could master and come off with that win you really want?
Well, I really enjoy coming here. This is one of my favorite tracks. That's usually a good sign to start off with. But honestly, just, between that and the way our cars have been running and the job the team's been doing, I feel like, last year we were off quite a bit, and we came here and we still ran in the top 10 both races, and really had a good run here for us last year. So I kind of was looking back at that and thinking about that, thinking, okay, imagine what we can do there now. So we'll just have to see. It's a different year. Times change. The tire's different this weekend than what we had here last year. So it'll be interesting to see how practice goes today, how qualifying goes today, and getting ready for tomorrow. We'll find a little bit more out. But just I have so much confidence in my team and the cars we have, and what the job that my team is doing. It's just fun to come to the track with confidence and with optimism about what we're going to do. So looking forward to the weekend. It should be a good one.
Let's stay here with Pete, and then we'll go to Jeff in the back.
Pete Pistone, MRN.com and Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. You talked about the team. Describe the relationship between you and Cole Pearn. What's working with you guys?
I think, honestly, everything's working. I think we just, we're just on the same page. We get along great. We have similar personalities. We kind of approach things the same way and think about things the same way. So, I guess he's like my Canadian brother, and we just enjoy racing together. We're having a great time. We're really having fun. He works so hard. He's so into it, and we're both all in. So it's just been fun to work with him. I've learned a lot from him already, and I feel like I've helped him some as well. So it's just been a good relationship that's provided a lot of success for both of us.
Let's go to Jeff Gluck back there. Jeff, raise your hand, and then we'll go to Holly.
Jeff Gluck from USA Today. Martin, you said it's one of your favorite tracks, and you hear drivers say that kind of stuff all the time here. What about a lap here is so fun? Like, what's your favorite part about doing a lap here?
My favorite part is just the way you land down in the corner. I think, the coolest part about this place, or what I really like about it, is just that you have to drive the car really hard every lap. I don't like tracks where you kind of have to let off early or be smooth on the gas to be fast. I like tracks where you got to drive the car hard. That's kind of always been my style. I don't like to run 95 or 98%. I like to go all out. So it's that kind of suits my style, and that's part of the reason why I've always liked this place.
All right, Holly, and then we'll come up to Chris.
Holly Kane, NASCAR.com. Martin, you kind of alluded to this in answering Claire's question, but how has it been, that fine balance between frustration and a lot of encouragement after each race?
I guess it just depends on how you look at it. I think for us it's, when you look at it from the side, well, we probably should have won or had a really good chance to win the last two races. It's a little bit frustrating because, doing this as long as I have, you understand how hard it is to put yourself in those positions. You never know when your next opportunity is going to come. But at the same time, for us, to come from where we did last year to be in those positions, to be running the way we are, honestly. I mean, Charlotte is one of my worst racetracks. I've always felt that way. And, last week to lead the most laps and really, again, be the car to beat was, it was just, it was amazing, an amazing feeling for me. And, I can't tell you the confidence it gave me after the race. So there's just so many angles to look at things from. But I think for us, it's important to not lose focus of what we've been able to accomplish so far, what this team is capable of, and, to just try to keep learning and getting better. And so we can close the deal and win some races and, hopefully at the end of the year be fighting for a championship.
All right, Chris, and then Lee.
Chris Knight, catchfence.com. Martin, is it too early, too soon to start thinking about a second team at Furniture Row, or have you guys already had some discussion about that? Maybe just part-time and then maybe eventually move it into a full-time role?
Yeah, I don't think it's too early to start thinking about it. I think that, Barney and Joe have been thinking about it for a while. It's just a matter of, when is the time right? If the situation and everything works out the way they want it to, the way they want it to look, I think it'd be a good thing. I really like what we have right now. It's working well, and it's hard to think about changing something, but I think it'd be a good thing for the team, and certainly they have the capabilities of making it work, I believe.
All right, Lee Spencer, and then Dustin Long.
Martin, all the Chevys look like they've been strong this season, but you're the only one that's really been able to keep up with the Hendrick group week in and week out. When I say Hendrick, I'm talking about Stewart-Haas Racing, the Hendrick-powered cars. What's it going to take for the rest of the Chevys to get up to speed, and why do you think you're the only one that's really been able to kind of break that party?
Well, I'm not sure exactly why. I don't think that, we obviously get a lot of help from RCR. We share 100% of what we're doing with them. I'm not sure. I think it's just all in the details for us. Last year we struggled with some things. This year, I think RCR really helped us last year just get a consistent platform, towards the end of the year, and we were able to do that. And then this year we've just really been able to build on that and fine tune on that. So, we haven't done anything drastic to our cars this year. It's just been a consistent platform that we've had to work off of, and something that our team understands, and something that's been consistent that we've been able to fine tune. So, I don't know. I hope that stays the same. I hope we can continue to run with those guys and continue to push them to work harder. But the sport changes so fast. It's important for us to keep working hard on it and trying to find more things and keep pushing the right buttons.
Dustin
Long, NBC Sports. Martin, how easy is it to repair a relationship with a fellow driver that you've had an issue with or they've had an issue with? Is that something that can be repaired over time, or is it you almost agree to disagree and you just go your way?
I think that it's definitely something you can repair. I think it, depending on, how big the situation was, or, how big of a deal, the altercation was, kind of dictates how long, I guess, it takes to repair it. But I think, most guys around here get along pretty well. I can't really think of two guys that absolutely can't stand each other in the garage. So, I think everybody's pretty civil.
And a follow-up, Dustin?
And is there an example in your career where there was a dust-up with somebody that you were upset with that eventually got over after a bit of a time, or beyond just the normal week later?
Yeah, for sure. There's a few instances. I think the most recent one this year was, Tony Stewart was mad at me at California. He thought I cut him off, so he ran into me, and just, kind of flipped out after the race and called me every name in the book. And I was like, all right, well, we'll give you, a few minutes to calm down. And, he texted me that night and was, felt bad about it and was sorry. So you kind of just get caught up in the heat of the moment. Everybody races and drives with so much passion out here, and so much, you put so much into this, and it's there's so much that goes into your team, thinking about your team and doing a good job for them. And, honestly, this is our job, and this is at the same time kind of our passion and what we love to do. And when things don't go the way you want, sometimes you kind of fly off the handle, especially when somebody does something stupid. But when you sit back and think about it, you realize, you look at it from every angle, and most of the guys are pretty level-headed out here, so we all get along pretty well for the most part.
Kelly?
Kelly Crandall with PopularSpeed.com. Martin, you mentioned your confidence coming in here, but have you reached the point now with how well everything is going with this 78 team that you feel like anytime, any week you show up at any racetrack, you feel like you can win? I really do, honestly, and especially, after last weekend. Again, Charlotte's not been a great track for me throughout my career, and to run the way we did last week was just awesome. So I don't think there's anywhere we can go and not be competitive. Martinsville's one of my worst tracks, and I think we ran 6th there. So just a credit to the team and what they're doing. And I feel like we can go anywhere and have a shot at winning right now, and hopefully we'll be able to keep that around till chase time when it matters.
All right, last question right here.
Yeah, Martin, Pat Princeby, WGAL TV. We got in here a little bit late, but given the fact that you have won here before, is there more of a comfort zone coming back to a place where you have won at, especially a place like this where a lot of guys either love or hate?
Yeah, this is definitely a comfort zone for me. But again, there's been years where we've come here and not run well. It's just, it takes the whole package. It takes a great team effort. Right now we have momentum where our cars are working well. We really understand, I think, that, kind of what our cars are doing and what to expect for the weekend so far. But there's a new tire here this weekend, and we'll have to figure that out. So, this sport's really, really difficult. It changes a lot, and this is a place that can catch you off guard. So we're super optimistic, but our eyes aren't closed, and we're working hard and going to make sure we do the right things this weekend to be competitive.
And with that, we'll wish you the best of luck for the rest of the weekend. Martin, thanks for joining us.
Appreciate it. Thanks.